fix things, Zachary?
Fix things? Not quite.
Okay.
I guess we better go to the detour.
Yeah.
Can I keep all the rest of this stuff, guys?
Hmm?
The hide armor and the great club. Because I spend all my money on buying 5 for new armor. Or right now.
I'm fine with it.
You made that decision yourself.
Is that where she got that?
Oh, God bless.
Yeah, we got it fit before we left the inn.
Very
So
nice.
I can keep all this
very,
stuff?
Very nice of them. He will like do like a big smile and like a thumbs up.
He's doing a Rock Lee moment. That's all I can imagine.
I can keep the rest of the stuff.
Sure.
Help yourself for all I care.
I ended up spending mine on prayer beads. And he holds up a necklace of fireballs.
God bless.
Mm-hmm.
Zachary's gonna look at that.
Yeah. Terrell's probably just shaking his head at this point, like, oh my god.
You spent all your gold on prayer beads?
It was for a Materas.
Excuse me.
Did they
Who said
do
that these
anything?
were prayer beads?
You couldn't even say prayer beads.
It was a very
Ain't
nice.
he
It was a very nice person back in Celia. He saw me and said, "I have the best prayer beads ever for you."
Did they do anything?
He, Zachary looks over at, Ifriel.
He said
Yeah.
they embody the sun.
He can essentially throw fire at somebody, like a fireball.
Terrell unface palms at that moment and looks slightly horrified.
Can I use the spellcraft to figure out what it is, or would
Yeah.
it be a prayer or something?
Yep.
Which one? I don't care.
What the?
What
You
is-
cut
I
out
don't know
which
spellcraft. Which one would I use? That was my spellcraft.
Oh, yeah. You know what it is and what it does. And Chibi, I think you had the breakdown of that, didn't you?
Oh, what? Oh, the necklace. Is that what
Yeah,
it
the
was?
prayer beads that you bought
Oh yeah.
that you spent all of your money on.
Necklace of fireballs plus 3.
I can't believe I rolled a 32 on that one.
Yeah, you guys know what it is. And you just are like, what?
You should have told me earlier. I wouldn't have hurt the ogre. You could have done it.
Yeah, I can't even cast that spell yet.
What are you talking about? They're prayer beads.
Those are a little more than prayer beads, Makoto.
I know they embody
should-
the sun.
You should be very careful with those.
You
I will.
probably don't want to use those for Suina's ship. She might hurt you.
Terrell's looking back and
I
forth.
can't pray on the ship.
Argo.
Terrell's looking back and forth between Makoto and Zachary and just says to Zachary, "What did you mean when you said he could throw fire?"
Zachary points at the smoldering ruins behind him. Essentially that amount of destruction.
Makoto looks very puzzled.
Yeah. Terrell looks terrified.
You know what? Makoto, why don't you keep those? Actually, were you told anything about how to activate this? Because I think I might have to hold on to that.
No. Jenny left you.
Oh,
Die. Terrible.
he was very eager to take my money. He said that I could get this with that much amount of money. He said they are the best prayer beads for, I think, Serenia? But he said it's a Materas as well, the sun goddess.
Sarenrae? I mean, it's true clerics can cast that, but... Makoto, this is very dangerous.
And I shall take care of them. They've been entrusted I've been entrusted with them by the sun goddess herself. And they'll be like really happy and pleased.
Terrell's just gonna like kind of gingerly pat him on the shoulder while leading away. And just be like, yeah, Makoto buddy, I'm gonna need you to be super careful with those. And make sure you don't like, I don't know, throw them or anything. He'll just kind of look puzzled at Zachary. Like, what do you tell him to make them not blow up? That's the expression he's trying to convey to Zachary right now.
If any of you actually look at Fabrin, she has like her back turned to everybody, and if you see her face, she has like a visibly disturbed face.
Okay, let me put it this way. Makoto, you're carrying something stronger than me. And that.
Ifril's kind of in disbelief.
He'll just be like confused and he looks at the beads. How do you take care of it? The sun is stronger than you.
Oh, Makoto's gonna kill us all. I love it. I love it.
It's like he has fire beads on a wooden ship.
Oh, we're all
Walking
gonna
away.
die.
Gonna happen.
Just don't use
Can
those
I-
on.
With
Don't
that
use those
spellcraft,
onto Nino's ship.
with
you
that
might all
spellcraft,
die.
would I figure out what the word is to activate that?
What was your spellcraft? 32?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to pray that you don't have any idea how to activate this. They didn't tell you? I know how to activate it, and I'm not telling you until we actually need to use it. Okay?
Would you like to pray with me?
No. Okay, when I say you need to pray for that thing over there, then you can, and I'll tell you what word it is through message, then you can do it. Until then, you keep this away from anything. Got it?
Very good.
Makoto?
Would I know what the word is?
What'd you roll?
Bird is the word.
You think, but it just sounds like gibberish to you.
Damn it.
Yeah.
You have to remember, I used to teach how to use magical items back in the academy. Anyways. So are we all for the detour, or no?
That's probably what's for best.
Terrell will kind of cross his arms and say, I've made my stance clear. Last we heard, we had orders to come home from the princess. I know of nothing that's changed that. But if the captain insists on making this detour, then I don't have the authority to stop her, so...
Alright. So everybody's headed to the docks.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Byron, wait up!
Cool.
He is visibly disturbed.
Cool.
I mean, we have orders to take that ship home, and,
Alright, you guys are at the docks. You see Sunino's crew, they're, hustling, trying to get shit all situated and loaded up on the ship. And you also see a line of bodies covered up in a white sheet. And, roll perception.
I'm gonna be
Everybody.
terrible at this.
Yeah.
I don't have a train, so.
Oh, you want terrible? You want terrible.
Is it better than 5? I mean,
Let's find
over
out.
5. Is it gonna be a -1?
Oh god.
Oh,
He's gonna roll a 0 one day.
This is
yeah.
roll under, right? Roll under system. I got this.
It's happened once before, haven't it?
I think
Yeah,
it
I
actually
think it was
has.
me.
I still want to see it again.
I think it was me.
And Jericho rolled a 14.
Yup.
You, Zachary, Makoto, and Favrin will find one of the outlines very familiar. And there is a travel pack sitting at the head of this particular body that was covered up.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up to it and very nicely lift the sheet over the head.
You will note that from what's left of her face is Abby.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll see two of Sanino's crew run by. Like they're in a hurry, and he'll be like, "Oi! Put that down! Respect the dead, you!"
I'm just here to put some copper pieces over her eyes. And I'll put 2 copper pieces over her eyes.
You'll see one just like drops, and it just goes ding, 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 ding.
I pick it up and put it over her eyes, and then cover her up again.
Yeah. Makoto will light his celestial sensor.
Oh, I swear to God, I thought you said you were gonna try to light your fucking necklace.
No.
I was gonna have a
Fireball the
roll.
body.
He'll light some incense in his celestial sensor, and he'll meditate, and pray for the departed. To find
Did I
them.
just hear victory music all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Aw.
Yes.
That's fucked up.
Damn it, bud.
Nobody has a phoenix
No.
down?
Here, I got some
Thank
music
you.
for you.
Thank you.
No,
bot.
no, no, no,
No,
because
no, no. Goodness, no.
no, because there's already a queue of like 14 other songs I
Oh.
haven't played.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
was like, I got something. It'd be nice.
I'm trying to like skip through what the hell this is.
After if Real sees that, he's gonna Brian.
He's gonna what now?
Look for Brian.
Brian.
Yeah.
Brian.
Rain.
I thought you said Brian.
No, it's not Brian.
You will see him. Okay, so you guys make your way up to the ship.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Where it be? Boop. Boop. Really? Roll 20. Don't. Oh, you're such a dick. Okay. Guys should be able to see it.
Yerp.
Okay.
See what?
The ship.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't. Ignore me. Moving on. Beautiful ship.
Oh, okay. Anyway.
I just noticed there's shark fins in the picture.
The what?
Never mind.
Yeah, there is.
It's detracting.
A lot.
Go ahead. Continue.
It's a dangerous part of the island. Anyway, you guys make your way up to the ship, and you see Brian is up in the crow's nest, and Kane is yelling at him to get down.
Can you be nice to him for a little bit, please? Oh, I'm Kane. That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah. We were all waiting for it.
I
Yeah, we
know.
Commence talking to yourself. Go.
Oh god. Now we need to get out of the fucking crow's nest and get down here and swab the poop deck.
But the captain said I was allowed to be up here.
Kane's probably gonna kick the mast a couple times and eventually get pissed off and then just leave and go tell Sunio.
You'll see Sanino looking over charts, and she's just halfway paying attention to what Kane is talking about.
Zachary casts the incantation for message again. You know you want to slap him.
Sanino's just... You'll see Sanino just chuckle, like, God damn it. Oh, God. Anyway. Sunina will kind of just hold her hand up like, okay, okay, and she'll walk over, look up at the mast, and she'll be like, Brian, you know that you're not supposed to be up there. It's not your turn for lookout duty. What? But mistress, you said No buts. Just get down here, please. And he's gonna very carefully just kind of make his way down and slowly, come down the little side net thingies.
Kane's just cackling.
Was
Terrell will,
Pilot
Sure.
Okay.
Terrell will, step forward at this point, and, just, kind of look back and forth between Kane and Sunino and say, now, which one of you actually owns that young contract?
The what contract? You cut out, I'm sorry.
The young man's contract. And he'll point at Brian.
Ain't pretty enough for me to own him.
Well, I'll put it to you this way. I don't really own people here. They're kind of here of their own free will.
I
Zachary
see.
looks over at Terrell with a raised eyebrow.
Terrell will just kind of look back and say, and in spite of, this, this young man puts up with this treatment, and he'll, kind of stare at Kane.
What are you looking at me for, shiny boy?
Sunina will kind of sigh and be like, well, how's this? We're going to cast off here in about 10 minutes. We usually have lunch by the time we make it out to sea. I'll explain to you more about Brian then. Fair?
Terrell will just nod and kind of step back.
Alright. Now, anybody here have sailing experience?
Kane raises his hand.
Fucking smartass.
No, I quite the opposite.
I've seen pictures of him.
She'll kind of look around at, like, Makoto and everybody, like, how about you?
He's gonna be looking at someone else, like.
Yeah.
He's actually gonna look at Terrell.
I've only traveled on land.
Terrell will just kind of look around and say, honestly, the only times I've ever been on a ship, the servants handled everything.
Okay.
Zachary pulls out one of his extra books. Yeah, I thought I kind of gave you the message on what I am.
To be fair, I was semi-drunk at the time. Anyway. Well, Zachary, you're the small one, right?
Zachary,
bows his head.
Zachary takes another puff, looks at the rest of the group, takes another puff. I guess you could say that.
Alright. And she'll point, behind her, there's like this, door. There's two doorways, one to the right and one to the left. The right goes into, like, the chart maker's room, and then the other one is the captain's quarters. She's gonna signal to everybody, well, if you guys want to not be in our way, as rude as that sounds, please feel free to go into my quarters and relax for the time being. If you, and she'll point to Zachary, if you feel the need to extend your academic prowess, please feel free to go into that door. That's where all of the charts from everything are, and you can help our chart maker. He's a little, scatterbrained sometimes.
Who's your chart maker?
We call him Dave.
Yes. Can we have a bottle of my wine sent up from wherever it's being stored? For the record, somewhere on this ship are 60 bottles of Elven Sea Lord wine.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Well, yes, that's fine. Actually, if you guys aren't opposed to it, I'll have Brian aid you, essentially.
Kane, go get me a fucking sandwich!
Oh my lord.
Sunino's gonna look up and be like, Kane, calm down, or you get the hose again.
Raw, a different kind of hose.
Wait, isn't? Oh my god.
Chibi wanted to
Oh,
do
don't
it so
tease me,
bad.
Sunino!
I was like, wait a second. Isn't that what he wants, his hose?
No, not that kind of hose.
Yep.
Fucking Corbin goes, my 60-day supply of Sea Lord wine somehow only lasted 10. Weird.
Oh.
Oh, God bless.
So, Corwin, that's a lot, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot per day.
Oh, God bless. Alright,
Secondly, I would actually love to learn anything that I don't already know.
Okay. Well, yes, speak with Dave. He's inside. He's pretty knowledgeable, but, yeah, like I said, a little scatterbrained. So, if you'd like to assist, he's in there. Everyone else, please, into my quarters. Brian!
When they're talking to different people, Zachary is going to cast Detect Magic and look at Sanino and then Kane.
You will see that there's a really small, almost amulet-shaped, glowing object hanging, right underneath, like, right in the sternum area. It's...
The only magic item on her?
Yeah.
What about Kane?
Kane, not so much.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Okay. Zachary walks over to the map making area.
Okay.
Fabrin? I'm gonna go learn how to make maps and stuff. Is that okay?
I mean,
He's his
You're-
keeper.
you're a person of your own will.
Okay. Dave Friel's gonna go join Zachary.
Alright, and then Brian runs up and says, yeah, guys, what do you need?
Maps everywhere.
Yes, if you could find out where my wine is being stored and have a bottle brought up, that would be excellent.
Brian's gonna look up at Sunino. Sunino looks down and nods. And he'll go, okay, do you guys want glasses with that?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'll be back. And he'll run off. You'll see Sunino go, alright, well, like I said, he will aid you with what you need on the ship. We shall be adjourning for lunch as soon as we set out to sea. So, make yourselves comfortable, and hopefully we'll be to where we need to be soon, because I don't like being a sitting duck. And you'll see her ascend to the name's gonna fucking escape me. The spinny wheel that steers.
Yeah, I mean, I
The
think
helm of
that's
the ship.
generally the helm or the wheel, either way.
I thought there was
The
a
area-
specific...
Well, the area it's on is the quarterdeck generally on most ships. But no, the helm or the wheel would be what it would be called, I think.
Okay, well, she's gonna go up to the helm, and she's gonna yell at Kane. Alright, Kane! We've done this 1,000 times before. Let's get this beast out into the sea.
Yes, my captain! And then he's gonna pull out his fucking whip and then start whipping at people.
Oh my god.
And be nice to Brian, he's helping out our guests.
Oh, I'm healing him, woman!
Pain is not healing!
Actually, you probably put a healing wand in his whip, so yeah.
Oh. Oh, God bless.
It would be painful healing.
Yeah.
It hurts so good, doesn't it, boys?
Oh, that sounds bad.
Yeah. Crow will definitely go inside quickly.
Yeah. Alright, and let me get this set up. Alright, and this is the world map that we're looking at.
Oh my god, I'm having flashbacks to Kingmaker right now.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you guys got a bit of ways to go. So essentially what you guys are headed for is this island right about there.
Where are we?
Straight to Japan.
You guys are right here.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm with you now.
Yeah, this is why, like, Sunina was kind of highly emphasizing that she wanted to get ammo before, anything else.
Oh wait, oh, so the little island. I didn't see it. I think you might show me.
Oh, yeah, it's right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because essentially the island that the other ship was going to go to, that's under control by Zora, is this cluster of islands right here. So you
Out of
guys
curiosity.
would...
I forgot to mention this. The detect evil aura always on. Does anybody appear evil to me at all?
No.
That's good to know.
It means they touch Perkins
God bless. Yeah, so
I was gonna
essentially...
mention it, but I didn't want to ruin anything.
So essentially you guys would leave from Celia, go to that island, head out, and then go this way around those islands.
It's like after a few days pass, everyone detects as evil. Oh god.
Sorry, Makoto. I only have one of those scrolls left
Which scroll?
to make you bigger.
Oh, this one.
Okay. And with that being said, we're gonna take a short 5-10 minute break and we'll get back into it.
Alright.
I'm more curious. Alright.
I just want to see this.
Okay. Sorry, I was trying to fix some things. Okay, copy, boom, boom, Oh my god, I can type. Okay. Okay, so you hear a knock on first the captain's quarters. You hear, guys, captain says that food's ready.
Okay. Pro will get up and head towards the door.
Cool, do the thing.
And you open the door and you see Brian, and he's got this big, like, just this big grin. Like, it's almost infectious how big this grin is. And then, he'll be like, okay, actually, hold on, guys, I almost forgot. And he'll run over to where the map makers are and, guys, lunch.
Lunch, if Zachary, we need to go eat.
Can I take one of these with me?
Take what?
One of the maps. Like Zachary's like peering right at it. He's just like, "Can I take this with?"
Yes.
That's what the
Eat
guy in there
map to
says?
Eat, Zachary.
Yeah.
Just let's go.
Okay.
It's like
Zachary
he's a
puts
kid in a candy store.
It is.
As you guys walk out onto the poop deck, essentially, you will see there's almost like a buffet spread. Like, you know, the kind they had from Monster Hunter?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And you'll see that around the main mast of the ship, and you see all the different crew members. They're kind of sitting on top of barrels. They're sitting there talking. Towards the helm, you'll see there's kegs of beer. You know, it's a feast. Like,
Is the crew all cats?
no,
Okay.
no. Sorry, I had to think
Thank
about
God.
it for a second. Yeah.
Mew, what are you doing here?
Yeah. And, yeah, and as you guys go, you'll grab your various foods that you see, and you'll see Sunino, Kane, and one other crew member. They're sitting up top near the helm, and they're, you know, having their drinks, they're eating their food, talking.
What does this new person look like?
He is 5'6". He's got fairly dark skin, black hair, and he's got a gigantic scar that crosses his eye.
Very piratey.
Yes.
Yar.
Yeah. Like, essentially, he could see out of one eye.
Is he One Eye Willie?
No. I won't mention that his name is Will, but okay.
Oh. How did you not see that one coming?
I'm looking at Mary's expression while
Does Zachary get struck by lightning?
Zachary feels something hard hit him in the back of the head. He looks at some of the fuse.
Oh.
No. I'm not gonna do
It was
that.
Kane throwing a chicken bone at him.
Oh, Lord.
Why did you teleport it behind me?
Okay, so what does the party do? Besides eat.
Zachary's looking inside of his book, walking towards the food, not even paying attention to anything.
Roll a perception.
Oh, this is gonna be great. Do I have any? I'm gonna assume that there's some negatives associated with this.
Yeah, you'll take a 2 penalty because you're reading. Nerd.
13.
You bump one of the tables so hard that you almost knock it over.
This is why you should have kept the map in the map room, Zachary.
And you see a bunch of the pirates just kind of all look at you almost simultaneously, and they look like they're gonna fucking stab you in your sleep.
Zachary's like still reading and just like tries to get food in his mouth.
And you hear just this low murmur of pirates just kind of like talking shit about, like, who's this dumbass over here?
I couldn't help but notice you're reading something, Zyker.
Oh my god.
And don't even
And
worry
then-
about rolling. I'm just gonna assume you understand that.
Oh my god.
A lot
part of
of
your training.
breadcrumbs.
To read while eating and walking.
Huh?
Can Terrell just like steer him towards the seat and be like, there you go, sit down.
Which one of us?
First one, then the other. Take your pick. Hold on.
But I'm already eating here and sitting.
Okay, then just Zachary. Yeah.
Yeah. and
Then,
don't go ahead. Sorry.
and then Terrell will sit down and start pouring wine for everybody.
Oh.
Yeah, and
No, thank you.
don't forget. I think it was Zachary who wanted to talk to Sanino about Brian
Terrell.
or Terrell. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So, well, first we'll drink and eat for a bit.
Oh my
But Terrell will say half the bottle. And yeah.
Okay. So roughly about 45 minutes to an hour go by. Or anybody go up for seconds, or you guys just have mounds of food on your plates?
Tavern has to keep her figure.
I mean, Terrell would eat a reasonable amount, but not. I don't know about full-blown seconds or anything.
I think Zachary would get too distracted reading to actually eat as much.
What are you reading there? He will echo Makoto's interest.
Zachary looks over at Terrell, kind of beckons him closer.
Terrell leans in.
He shows him the map he's looking at. It's of Zora.
Terrell will look very interested. Terrell definitely sits there and examines the map for as long as Zachary will hold it up.
Actually, I'm sorry, man. Would that map be available inside there?
You will see its controlled territories. You will not see Zora itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still useful information.
Yeah. Like it's
Mhm.
it's essentially because Sunino's crew has been to Freymarsh on multiple occasions, and they've been in that general area that they've mapped out who controls what.
Yeah.
So are you thinking like of a plan of attack?
Zachary thinks about it for a moment. Yeah, we don't know exactly what we're up against.
Well, I'd say step one is figuring out who in the government can be trusted. If this goes high enough that generals are involved, the royal family itself may be in danger.
At this point, we're definitely in danger. There's some powerful things moving.
Sorry.
Now, mind you, you guys are middle of the ships, and she's on the other side.
Oh. Did you actually try to call out for her?
Yeah.
Zachary's gonna do the message.
Sunino's just, she's gonna have like a big old, like, almost like a turkey leg, like in her mouth, and she'll just kind of look up and stare at you like, the hell do you want now?
Zachary's gonna have the biggest smile, wave, and then point over to Ifril.
Ifriel's gonna like finish his food real quick, get up, and then walk over to Sino.
Terrell will follow him.
Sunino's just gonna sigh, pick up her mug and just walk over towards the party.
Oh, and
So
I'll be
I follow?
bringing... Yep, with my bottle of wine.
Ifril's gonna snatch the bottle of wine out of his hand.
God bless.
Yeah, Makoto will follow as well. And he'll wave Favren. I think it's important.
Mm.
For Zachary and Favren to come.
She'll yell back up at the mass, "Will you have the helm? Kane, get these lazy butts back into work."
Kane just kind of throws his fucking plate overboard and then like takes the person next to it, even though it has food on it, throws it overboard, pulls out it, calls his whip, and then starts whipping them again and says, "Alright, you fucking pieces of shit, get back to work!"
And Sunino will walk up. Yes.
The detour we're making, is that where that painting, that guy that made the painting, is that where we're going?
That where. And she'll pull up a barrel and she'll kind of sit down and she'll fold her arms and look in and be like, "Well, you see, this is kind of a multi-purpose visit we're making. 1, I need ammo. 2, I need supplies. 3, we're gonna get information about these Onyx Alliance fellows. And 4, yeah, that was about the last place where I dropped off the dude who made the painting."
Okay. And Ifril just kind of like looks at her glass again, puts a little bit more in it, and hands the bottle back to Terrell.
And she'll look at him and be like, you mixed beer and wine."
Ifril doesn't really care. He doesn't drink.
Terrell brought a glass and will pour her a glass of wine. And say, I thought we might discuss the young man, Brian. For the duration of my stay here, I will need the services of someone to serve as, well, you might say, a squire. I thought I might employ the young man.
He's free to do as he pleases. You see, and she'll kind of take a deep breath and just kind of have that like, "Well, alright. I'm sure you've heard about our exploits, where we've had places where we've made a lot of people angry and we've set a lot of people free. Essentially, our crew is comprised of people who didn't have anything left. There was a small island where we had just arrived and we were actually looking to find a particular item of significance to another country, and it was essentially razed to the ground, and young Brian here was the only thing that was left. So we took him on, and at the behest of my first mate over there, he's been here ever since. So, I mean, honestly, I'd hate to miss the young chap, but if you want to employ him, it's his free will to do with as he pleases."
All right. I guess Terrell will just is Brian there?
You'll see him come up from the middle of the ship. He was bringing what looks like rope to one of the other crewmates.
Terrell will just look at him and say, "What do you think, young man? Serve as my squire for a little while? Learn a new trade of sorts?"
Haha, you look funny. Okay. Well, if the mistress is okay with it.
And Sunil will just shrug and be like, "Well, young Brian, you see, I know you've had a hard time running with me, but, you know, if these fine people will, you know, give you something better than, you know, that guy," and she'll point backwards towards Kane.
He's laughing maniacally and whipping the crew members.
Because he's a fucking dick.
Must save child from psychopath with whip.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can just see that as a poster. Oh God. Anyway, so, you know, if you feel that you want to go, it's up to you. Brian will think of it. He'll just kind of look.
Well, can I come back to visit?
It's up to this majestic fellow over here.
Okay. Yeah, Terrell will just be a bit taken aback for a second. I don't think he's ever been called majestic before. I think that's a new one. But he'll just kind of look down and say, I suppose something could be arranged. I mean, we'll be here for a while. It'd just be a different set of duties for you. Primarily tending to my arms and armor and that sort of thing. In the meantime, I would also begin training you in the skills that go along with using such tools.
And Sunita will look back over at Brian. Well? And Brian will go,
Well, that does sound fun, and I kind of want to get something where I'm not going to get shot at as much as I do here. Okay. What?
Terrell will kind of look for a second, then say, I will not lie to you, young man. There is still a reasonable chance of getting shot in my line of work. There does seem to be a lot of that going around these days.
Say, young man. Sorry.
I will honestly punch you in the face with a gauntlet.
Actually, Makoto will look around. Does anybody have like a crossbow or anything on them?
Me?
Zachary, shoot at the boy.
whoa, what?
No, it's fine.
No.
He will look at you and he'll like,
Why would I do that?
trust me.
Brian will kind of look and be like,
Look,
Makoto will stand next to the boy.
look, honestly, the last time somebody shot at me, Mr. Kane was really drunk. And he was trying to play William Tell with me and a few of the other crew members, and Mr. Sunino did not take it very well.
While he's talking, I shoot a crossbow at him.
Makoto will use deflect arrows and knock the arrow out of the air.
you'll just see Brian just like,
Like
All right. Can we please not, shoot crossbows at my, as much as I have faith in your abilities, Makoto, and I do, otherwise I would have intervened. Can we please not shoot crossbows at my new squire? Clearly the young man's been through enough.
I was merely demonstrating that he would be safe with you.
Kane's
And I appreciate that, yeah. Thank you, Makoto. But
every new NPC
let's
shot.
move on.
oh my lord.
Do you like
Alright.
that? As he's talking, I shoot a crossbow at him.
First,
What race is Brian?
this poor child.
He's human.
Okay.
boring. Alright, we need to get him killed and find a druid.
You can make
Then
him a
it can be
druid.
something interesting. Oh, that's an even better idea! Can you contingency reincarnate?
Why are
You
you
have to
trying
have,
to
like-
kill the person that you're trying to save from a ship of pirates?
So, Zachary's gonna put away.
Sorry, I keep forgetting which character I'm playing. Lawful good and chaotic evil are hard to jump back and forth from. Anyway,
Oh shit, that's true. Zachary puts away the map and the crossbow. So, Sunito, I meant to ask you. Let's just say I'm very fascinated by magical things, and I happen to notice that you have something.
Yes.
Can you show me what it is?
And she'll kind of lower her voice. Not out here. If you guys want to follow me into my quarters, I'll show you.
Mifril's really interested now.
Terrell will, follow along, but first he'll send Brian off to feed Galahad. That'll be his first duty.
Okay, I'm interested.
Okay, so she'll lead you guys back into her quarters. But before she does, she mutters.
Whoa!
Murders.
Shit!
I mean, she
He murders
could.
Brian.
Holy crap! That escalated.
Feed the ostrich with this child's corpse.
Oh my god.
I mean, level 17 would have no problem with a full party of level
Yeah,
4s.
but if she straight up murders somebody in front of us, I think I'm morally obligated to die trying to stop her.
She mutters something in Orcish to one of the crew members. And so you guys make your way into the captain's quarters, and she will have you all gather round. And she goes, "All right. So remember, I told you guys there was the end key about the bomb that you guys found back in Zora."
Yeah.
And she'll reach down into her shirt and she'll pull out the key that's hanging around her neck.
What does it look like?
It is a cylindrical key. It almost looks like one of those old, like, dungeon keys almost. And at one end, it's got 3 words are hard. It has 3 like dongles on it almost, and they're in very ornate shapes. Towards the other end of it, there's almost like a phoenix-looking gem, we'll say, that's emblazoned in the other end of it. And the key is also gold.
So you've had the thing, you just needed the information on where it is.
Well, essentially, you see, the princess had contracted us long ago before we were sent out to find you, and we had to find this because it's essentially the failsafe for what Zora has.
Since we're trusting each other, Zachary pulls out devotion.
Mm-hmm. She'll kind of
So-
like raise an eyebrow at it.
This is something that we've found. Not sure what it's for yet.
Well,
Have you heard of this one? He doesn't let go of it, but he's allowing her to see it. He's kept us away from any prying eyes, by the way, for a while.
Yeah, she's heard of it. So she'll look at it and be like, well, it seems we've all found something interesting. But the fact of the matter is, I don't like these Onyx Alliance people. Amongst, well, at least the pirates of us that have banded together, they're not exactly friendly fellows. And if there's high-ranking people who are coming after you, then they know about the bomb in Zora.
Not exactly a fan myself.
The what was that?
Not exactly a fan myself.
Well, hold on a second. Quick question, just to clarify where canon lines begin and end. Because at the end of Nez's campaign, we actually told, Callie about the Doomsday device.
Mm-hmm.
So we would know she knows.
Mm.
That would not be news to us. Is that still the case? Or is that different?
It's a bit different.
Okay.
Sorry, I know, like, some of the things are not going to be as canon, so to speak.
No, that's why I ask.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's I gave that impression. That's why I asked. Just looking for clarification.
Okay, no problem. Anyway, she continues on, and she explains that you guys are essentially witnesses to that, and they can help solve the issue. But the Onyx Alliance wants to stop you guys so they could use the bomb on Freymarsh.
Don't you have any other allies that could help with this?
I have a few, but, the only one who would be willing to, requires a lot of flesh. And it better be tasty.
Zachari's gonna raise an eyebrow. Do you mean that your livestock would be in danger?
Not just my livestock. He's got a lot of mouths to feed nowadays.
I don't remember what I rolled before, but what I know the party's affiliations, but I don't know if you would know who Croc is.
Yeah, you would know who Croc is.
Oh, the lizard folk that was with you?
Yeah. He rose to power, and he is now, well, I guess you would call it a king of the lizard men. And I mean all lizard men.
It's a lizard man.
Oh god.
Sunil will reach into her drawer and she'll pull out a book and she'll flip to a page of a hand-drawn sketch of Croc.
Okay, what about the warrior that was with you?
Which one?
I
mean,
which
essentially, they were all warriors.
Okay.
Are you talking
Whatever
about...
Kane's obsession about shiny ones, were they all shiny?
I mean, there was Baru. He was kind of the shiniest one. But he doesn't exactly affiliate with me, because, you know, being a pirate and him being a paladin, and it just doesn't work.
See.
So you knew a holy man?
Well, we'll put it this way, Makoto. He is holier than you.
He will.
Gabriel's in
look
disbelief.
Confused. That is. How can that sounds like an odd thing to say.
Hold on, do you mean to tell me that he talks like him?
No. Baru's quite articulate. He's not as colorful as Makoto.
That's the
We'll
word.
look at his skin and clothing.
Really? Really?
I'm sure if we return to Freymarsh, we can find more allies there as well. I can't believe everyone has turned against the country this way.
No, I mean, yeah, there's only one other person that might be of assistance, but I think he's gonna need some persuasion. In a good way.
We're not allowing anybody to sleep with Kane. I was gonna make that abundantly clear.
No, Kane, you see, has night terrors, and he willfully locks himself in a cell downstairs. And by willfully, I mean we wait till he's drunk, passes out, and we lock him up.
Lol.
Sounds about right.
I approve.
Yeah, it takes about 8 of us. It's kind of an interesting team-building exercise.
You hear outside Kane wanting to wrestle one of the crew.
Sunino will hold her hands up and be like, wait, just 1 minute. And she'll run outside and be like, Kane! Gods be good. I told you to stop wrestling with the crew. We have to...
He won't listen to me. I want him on the ground.
Makoto will walk outside and he'll be like stretching and stuff. Dude, is someone wrestling?
Oh,
shit. Oh no.
That's beautiful.
Hey, let's take bets. You want to take bets? I think we should take bets.
So this has caught the attention of the crew. And all of them are gathered around. They're smiling.
Derail.
Couple of them have, like, little things of wine. You know, they're, essentially making a ring for Kane and Makoto.
God.
Men make me